How you like, guys? This is Joey. So I'm going to be doing a video talking about my use of peptides for recovery with scleroderma, an autoimmune condition. To be clear, I take a combination of BPC-157 and TB-500. I've been taking it about 0.5 milligrams every day since March 20th. So I'm about week 4 now. I'm going to talk about my experience and my plans going forward. Probably going to be posting more daily, and if people don't watch, I don't care. I just need a video record for myself. So if you want to watch, cool. If you don't, I don't care. I'll try to make this video detailed though. I've been sucked into this world of peptides and wanting to heal myself because, to be honest, nothing that I look into in terms of immunosuppressants appeal to me. I've talked before about I took methotrexate, and I will never take that ever again. Terrible, terrible drug. I took Cellcept. It made me poop my pants multiple times a day. There's something, that just defeats you as a man when you're with your wife and your kids and you just go and you shit yourself in front of everybody. And it's the second time it's happened that day. Now, BPC-157 and TB-500 are not something you get from a hospital. I'm not recommending that you do this. On the contrary, do your own research and find for yourself. I'm just giving you my experience. Now, I did go to the hospital last week for trouble breathing, and that's because I'm getting over a really big sickness. I had laryngitis. I'm positive it's not related to the BPC-157. And maybe that's just me being an asshole and just trying to tell myself what I want to hear. Sometimes I get in the throes of desperation with this disease. I've looked at myself and I've lost so much weight. They weighed me in the hospital and I'm at 140 pounds. So that's like a full 100, 90 pound loss. It's hard to pick up my son. It's like really hard. I've lost so much muscle mass. I'm tired, but in a lot of other aspects, I'm doing really well. Like I've said, sometimes I feel like the disease is over actively, like it's just a dormant volcano, but I have to deal with all the ash and soot and all the lava that's caused damage to my body. But lately, I feel like I am still inflamed. I absolutely get flare ups, and Raynaud's is, you know, attacking me pretty bad. Pretty bad. I just hate that. Just as a man, I hate it. You can look at the back of my skin and it's noticeably discolored. Although one good thing is that, it will make your skin smooth. I've noticed that sometimes if I'm feeling very inflamed, it'll be like pushed in. I'm feeling good right now though. So I started this a couple days after St. Patrick's Day from a place called Eternal Peptides. There's videos on how to like create the mix, but you get some backwater, BAC water, bariostatic water. What's it called? You mix 2 milliliters of that with a peptide powder. You keep it refrigerated. You inject. I've been injecting. I started a very low dose, like 0.25, and I boosted up to 0.5. Sometimes I think I need to go lower. Sometimes I think I need to go higher, and that's the thing that I'm probably really stupid and careless about. But right now, I feel like anything's better than taking immunosuppressants. I'm still struggling with stomach issues, and So has there been any, well, before I get to that, let me show you some things. I have to edit this video. So note to self, edit at 5 minute mark. A lot of people on Reddit said that they were, completely healed of their scleroderma or active symptoms. It stopped inflammation because of BP-157 and TB-500. And that's really good. Also, places of Raynaud's syndrome. There's this one guy who said, I got rid of 98% of my Raynaud's syndrome doing this protocol. And this guy's an absolute stud. I freaking love this guy. And I post a lot on the Scleroderma Reddit. And I post a lot of like my protocol, what I do. And people are free to use it or not. Sometimes people post that they're feeling lost. And I'll post, like, write me anytime. Talk to me. And I feel like certain people, and I was certainly this way at the start of the disease, I wasn't willing to go all out, to make it like a full-time job where you have to write shite down, in a wellness journal, and also pray to Saint Anthony. If you're not praying to Saint Anthony, come on, please. But being facetious, guys. So people don't want to put the work into it, I feel like, because it's a lot. You have to get a different diet. You got to avoid sugar. You have to avoid processed foods. You have to exercise daily. You have to take vitamins every day. You have to take a certain kind of vitamin. You have to take iron supplements. You have to take this supplement. Recommend that supplement. And then on top of it, a little bit of methylene blue, very low dose, and then the injections, the peptides. And a lot of people are just like, whoa, that's so much. So maybe there's a better way to just start small. Sometimes people say, what can I do to support my friend? And I'll write it, do this, and they won't respond to anything. I just don't get it. You support your friend by telling him or her, this is what you do to cure the disease. Like, this is what you do, not to cure the disease, but to help regulate it, make it as normalized as possible. This is a disease that is best contained through consistency and undying attention. And I think this is God's way of getting my attention. Sorry to make this religious. I'm not sorry to make this religious. I'm religious, and you're just gonna have to deal with it. Hard talks. I gotta stop apologizing for who I am, though. I am religious, okay? I am. Don't judge anybody for not being religious, but I am. It's made me much, much closer with God. And because of that, I'm much better at my job helping people who are very needy. So indirectly, it does help a lot of people, I think. So, and I'm able to have motivation to get up and do my job because of that. I'm off track. Other people have said that I should not be taking this. And a couple really smart people have said that. This guy here says, one guy said, it's not enough to just have mechanistic plausibility. And that kind of hurt. Because you read about BPC-157 and it sounds like a miracle drug. So, and then you realize it might not heal my type of muscle damage. It's going to heal muscle damage from injury. It's not going to heal it through muscle weakening, which is related to fibrosis. It's not going to heal fibrotic muscle tissue. That remains to be seen. Also, what remains to be seen with me is, I'll just update you on 4 weeks of taking this. The bad, well, the first couple days, it made me dizzy. I got over it. I pushed through it. Now that I'm in week 4, it's still kind of just like, okay, when are we getting to the promised land? You could check me. I'm feeling a little bit clearer. I was sick recently, so I'm kind of maybe should wait to get out of that sickness. And now I work in a school. Some of my students cough directly in my face. Still love them though. But so I'm in at the throes of illness at all times, and I have 3 kids. My 2-year-old son tried to tell me a secret the other day, and he just accidentally coughed straight into my mouth. It's like, great, I'm immediately sick. Thank you, son. But that's just my lifestyle. It's deeply involved with kids and and young people, so I can't avoid that. But I was very sick starting last week, the week, the Holy Week, the week before Easter, or the week of Easter. And so I started feeling really bad Wednesday. I mean, I was just like laying down at work. It was a half day at work, so we get off, and I just didn't go to any of the trainings. I was just laying down on the bench, and my boss saw me. It's like, just lay down, please. I was very appreciative of that. Friday, Good Friday. Um, Long story short, I spilled coffee on my pants on the way to work, and I went to change it. I was putting on my jeans. I wash my jeans at work, so the teacher assistants help me. They're amazing. I don't deserve them. But one of the teacher aides was like, I'm going to do a load of clothes. I'm going to wash your pants. Give me your pants. And she gave me a replacement pants. Okay, sounds worse than what it is. Anyway, I was putting on the pants, and I like kind of fell backwards. And I'm like, I'm not going to fall. And like I did fall because of my muscle weakening. And then I'm like, okay, I'm going to fall, but I'll be fine. And then sometimes I don't realize how weak the muscles are in my neck. And I fell back, and I did hit my head. And I kind of saw stars for a couple seconds. And I was like, oh my God, did I chip any teeth? Am I messed up? I wasn't. But I'm like, wow, imagine what Jesus went through on this day. And, it's nothing what I have to do comparatively speaking. So I pushed through it. Not only did I push through that, I went camping that day. My head was like bleeding a little bit. And I was like, screw it. I dared not tell anybody because they would be like, are you okay? Are you okay? Went camping that day because my wife was like, my daughters had that week off from school, and she felt really bad that they didn't go anywhere or do anything. So we went camping and had a great experience, had a great attitude. Even though I was feeling bad, feeling sick, feeling inflamed, feeling like in my fingers, and it sucked. And so going to next week, Monday, I work. And that Monday night after Easter, I called an ambulance. I couldn't breathe. I was trying to cough up all this phlegm, and I guess that was really dumb because I was coughing so much it hardened my throat, and because of my laryngitis, I couldn't breathe, and it was scary. It was scary how like nonchalant the hospital and ambulance staff were too. I was like, it sucked. I don't want to mimic it actually because just doing that scares me. It takes me to a really bad place. But I understand why that happened. And I don't think it's related to BPC-157 or the TB-500. Damn it. I was like, I hope my wife doesn't like demand that I stop it because I'm like, this might be my way to get cured. Or, a pathway. This is going to be something. Long story short, I didn't take any injections on Tuesday. I get out of the hospital on Wednesday. Of course, the hospital doesn't know what to do with me. They don't give me any new medicines. They don't tell me any new information on how to treat this disease. Of course. I was hoping to have something here in case you struggle to breathe again. Take this, injection. No. Or like breathing treatment. Nothing. Nothing. So I get off. I start the injections again on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and now we're into this Monday. How do I feel? Well, I'm still getting Raynaud's syndrome, kind of bad. I absolutely feel weird in my stomach. I'm hoping it's healing my stomach. I have had deep-seated stomach issues for like a long time, my whole life. and I feel it in my stomach, like it's changing the gut biome, and it's uncomfortable. Is it fixing it, or, you know, I don't feel bad, but I feel a little fatigued sometimes. um, I feel like the illness is taking a little bit longer to heal because of maybe I'm taking that. You could look at my fingers. They are getting better. And I've been eating like an a-hole. It's healed this really well, really fast. And you can see my fingers here. So pretty much all that inflammation there. Not only that, this is healing really fast too. Those suck. Don't those suck? Those suck. I hate those. Tough talks with Joey. No, I feel like it is fixing that. So it is working on a sense, in a sense. But I'm also like impatient. I was hoping I wouldn't be feeling like kind of like bleh after I take it a little bit. But that's nothing compared to the methotrexate bleh feeling. It's just a little blah feeling like, oh man. But it's fixing my stomach, I feel like. So I'm going to update this channel. Just telling how I feel each day, more for me, myself, my children, so they can go back and watch this, and anyone else who's interested in knowing more about this, because I feel like there's not enough information about it. Nobody who has scleroderma, you know, some people have done who have scleroderma have asked about this, so I want to post it out there and have it for people so they can see. Who knows how it will work, how it will help, if anything at all. The question that someone else brought up was, is it going to help fibrotic tissue? Is it going to heal my gut? I feel like it does have a good chance, if anything, to heal my gut and to stop the inflammatory issues. But in terms of repairing the muscle loss and stuff like that, I don't think so. So one thing I am doing though is exercising my muscles every day. And so I'll go here. I might as well just do it and show you. Sorry, my house is a mess. And I'll go and I'll do, you know, like wall push. It looks so weird. You know, I'll do wall pushes. Look how tiny my arm is. It's really hard to look at. And I've been going to the mirror every day, at myself in the mirror, checking myself, weighing myself every day. So data on this. I'm a teacher. I should know data. And also like standing, you know, I was at my daughter's soccer game. So I'm standing as much as possible. Just trying to be as active as I can and not trying to get fatigued. And hopefully these peptides can start really doing what they're supposed to be. Also exercising, you know, body parts that you usually don't exercise, like here, you know, doing that. People at the hospital are like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm exercising. Like, not that you don't tell me to do anything. You don't recommend this to anyone. So I got to do it on my own, you know, very anti-hospital. Hope that doesn't affect anybody, but all right. So I'll be uploading in a day or two to see results after that. See ya.